Most Abbotsford sellers are losing money. It's not because of the market, but it's because of the poor decisions they're making. If your home isn't selling or it's been sitting on the market for a very long time, there is a reason. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 common reasons why sellers lose money and how you can fix them. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1, you're overpriced. If you look at the photo on the screen, you'll see when you list your home at market value, the pool of buyers is at 60%. Overprice your home by even 10%, the pool of buyers shrinks to 30%. Overprice your home by 15%, the pool of buyers shrinks to 10%. As a home seller, you have to remember the first 2 weeks of your home being on the market are very crucial. You're going to get feedback on your list price, the presentation of your home. You can measure how many showings you're getting in person, and these potential buyers will provide you clear feedback. But if you're not getting any showings, there's a clear signal that you might have to address one of 2 things: the price or the presentation of your home. And another thing is, if you are trying to price, let's just say your home is currently worth $1.1 million here in East Abbotsford and you have it priced at $1.2 million, there's a very good chance that pre-approved buyers are not seeing your listing online or their realtor isn't sharing it with them. Another thing is, suppose your home's been on the market for 2 months and all of a sudden the market has gone down, potentially another $30,000. Now, if you want to get your home sold, you would have to relist your home around $1,070,000. So potentially now from the start point till the finish, you could be missing out on $60,000. This is what happens when you're in a buyer's or balanced market where months of inventory keeps climbing up, and the number of active sales aren't keeping up. So here are the things that you can do instead. The first thing is, before you list your home, contact the right real estate agent or team like mine and find out how much your home is worth in today's market. You not only want to focus on recent sales, but you want to focus on active listings because those will be your direct competition in today's market. After you've gotten a home evaluation, you'll clearly know what your home is worth in today's market and how much you can expect it to sell for and how much money you will net from the sale of your home. Not only that, the right realtor will educate you currently on the market conditions of your home. So if you want to know what's happening in your East Abbotsford detached market, click the video above. The other thing is, when you list your home at market value, you can capitalize on the current market conditions and leverage the first 2 weeks of your home being on the market. The second thing is, the presentation of your home sucks. Sorry, but not sorry. Sometimes when you're looking at listings on MLS or rew.ca, you'll see some listings where the presentation is horrible, where the seller has hired the wrong realtor, where the realtor has taken photos off their cell phone, or because the home is so cluttered, there's only 1 or 2 photos posted, or even worse, if it's a tenanted property, it shows horrible. Other things that you'll see is dark photos, cluttered homes, home that needs a deep clean, poor landscape maintenance, messy entryway, furniture blocking the natural flow, rooms that feel smaller than they actually are. And here is what you can do instead. Usually when we're working with home sellers, it takes us a couple of weeks of getting their home prepared for the market. One of the first things that we'll do is we'll provide them a home evaluation for their home. And if they have a clear why and we know we're a good fit, we can move on to the next step. The next step is setting a consultation for these sellers with our home stager, where they'll meet with them in person for a couple of hours and give them a list of recommendations for improvements that they can make on the inside and with the exterior of the home. After that, the homeowners will have a checklist of things that they can make changes to. Before we book photos, we'll make sure the seller has taken the time to work through the checklist. And if there are certain things that seller needs time, moving furniture to a storage locker, or if they need time to do a deep clean of their house, those are things that we can help them with. When you finish the checklist, you're ahead of the competition. Now, when my photographer comes to your home for photos, the home video tour, or floor plan, we're going to maximize this opportunity to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to improve the presentation of your home. A lot of sellers don't realize or don't know that buyers make their mind up when they're viewing your listing online, whether they want to book a showing for your home or they want to go see another home. If you can improve the presentation of your home, there is a very good chance that when potential buyers are viewing your listing online, will want to come see your home in person. Next, mistake 3, you haven't done the work needed to get your home ready for the market. And these are things that we talked in the second mistake, where people haven't decluttered their home, they haven't done a deep clean, they haven't done small repairs needed around the house. Right now, home buyers are looking for turnkey properties. They're willing to pay a little bit extra for homes that are turnkey or need little to no work versus homes that need a lot of work. So here is what you can do instead. Declutter your home, move all furniture or extra things into a storage locker, throw some things away that you might not need no more, finish those small repairs like replacing light fixtures, painting those rooms that need a new paint job, improve the exterior curb appeal of your home. When these things are done, you can have the peace of mind knowing that when the photographer comes to take photos of your home and the home video tour, the presentation of your home will be top notch. The fourth mistake is sellers aren't flexible with showings. I get it. Sometimes sellers do shift work, or they might have children, or they might have pets. So in order to arrange a showing, they need some notice ahead of time so the home looks appropriate, or they can do the last minute cleanup they need to make sure the home is presentable. This is what I tell my home seller clients all the time. We try our best to make sure you get enough notice for showings, but sometimes what happens is you might get showings last minute where buyers only give you 1 to 2 hours of notice. And what happens is sometimes these last minute showings can turn into potential buyers that want to buy your home. So where last minute showings can occur are evenings, weekends, or short windows. Here are some things that you can do. Time block 2 or 3 blocks per week where you know you might be getting last minute showings near the end of the week, like that Thursday, Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday. That way you can maximize having enough home buyers come through your doors and taking a look at your home. Other things are you can do an open house, or having a simple checklist ahead of time for things that you need to do to get your home ready for showings. That way, you know, these are the couple of things that we need to do before we can have buyers coming in. I remember a year ago, I was showing this home to one of my clients. It took us a couple of weeks to get a showing confirmed because the seller wasn't flexible with showings during the week or the weekend. After a while, my buyers got in, they liked the house, and they made an offer. Long story short, they bought the house. In this case, I do believe the sellers lost out on thousands of dollars, and here's the reason why. Because they weren't flexible with showings, there wasn't room for other buyers to come through the door and take a look at the home. Mistake number 5. You have no clear why and you're testing the market. This is one of the most common mistakes sellers make. They have no clear intention of moving or reason for making a move, and all of a sudden they decide, you know what, let's test the market. Let's price our house 200 to 300K over market value and we'll see what happens. Sorry to break it to you, this market isn't the one that you want to test the market. And here's what happens. Your home sits on the market for 3 to 6 months, even a year. And now next time you go to list your home at market value, you're dropping the price $200,000 or $300,000 when potential buyers are viewing listing history for your home, might think that there's either something wrong with their home, or in other cases, they might think that you're motivated or you're going for a fire sale. Even if these things aren't true, folks, this is something that you want to keep in mind. Usually when we meet with sellers that are ready to list their home, they have a clear reason for why they're moving. It might be that they want to downsize, they're relocating to the interior of BC or Vancouver Island, or they're making a move to be closer to grandchildren and family. So this is what you want to do instead. Write down on a piece of paper why you're making a move. Have a clear why on why you're making a move. The second thing is you want to know what price point works for you in order to sell your home. That's why you want to contact my team ahead of time and get a free home evaluation so you know what your home is worth in today's market. The third thing is you want to know where you're moving to or the property type that you're buying. So if you're downsizing to a townhome or a condo, it's a very good idea that you see a couple of properties ahead of time so you get a clear idea about, does this property type work for me? Am I okay moving into a strata? Or is strata living something that works for us? Here are a couple of bonus things that we see sellers making mistakes. The first one is selling a tenanted property. We've done a lot of videos in the past of why selling tenanted properties are horrible, where sellers leave thousands and thousands of dollars on the table. I'm not going to get into it here, but you can watch this video above where sellers lose a lot of money selling a property tenanted. And here's what you can do instead. The first thing is get the property vacated or list it when it's vacant. The second thing is do a deep clean of the house. The third thing is make any small repairs that are needed. The next thing is the sellers choose a realtor that isn't a listing specialist or is a part-time realtor. Listen, folks, I know a lot of sellers know realtors that are family members or friends, but you have to ask yourself the question, when you're selling your home, which is your biggest asset, which will fund your retirement, do you want to work with a part-time realtor or do you want to work with a listing specialist like myself that will do everything they can to make sure you get top dollar for your home? So a quick recap, if your home is sitting on the market for too long or isn't selling, it's because of a couple of things. The first thing is you're priced wrong. The second thing is the presentation of the home sucks. The third thing is you haven't done the prep work that's required to get your home on the market. The fourth thing is you're not flexible with showings. And the last thing is you have no clear why for why you're moving. If you're thinking about downsizing or want a clear and calm plan for making your next move, download my free home sellers resource by clicking the first link in the description below. This resource will give you a clear idea on how the home selling process works and how to prepare your home for the market. Drop a comment below and let me know what other mistakes sellers make where they lose money for their home. If you found today's content valuable, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button so we can keep spreading the good work that we're doing here. I'm Gary Dhindsa, and I'll see you next week.